Well, here we are at the rivers again in Wales. This time we're down near Newport. In fact, we're just across the way from Tredigger House. And I'll tell you more about that place in a moment, but there's been a building there since medieval times, and this river was here long before that. So let's get mudlarking.
And if you hear any traffic noise, it's because this gorgeous bridge here with 3 arches is actually one of the main routes into Newport. So it could get a bit noisy from time to time, but we'll try and keep the noise to a minimum. We're going to start by having a look along the edge of the river without getting our feet wet, and first thing we spotted is this chunk of really solid stoneware pottery. You can see a line around there, so I think at one point that was the top of something like a bread proving bowl. I reckon that's the sort of thing this was off. So we'll go and have a little look along the edge, see if we can find anything exciting. Oh, now I've seen something here. Now see if you think it looks like what I thought it looked like. I thought that looked like a ring with a diamond, like an engagement ring, and here was the mount. And then when you pull it up, it's a pop can pull. Ah well, we'll keep looking. Well, Phil's already got into the water, so we don't want to be left out, so come on, pop your wellies on. And in we go. It's a bit rough on the bottom, watch you don't fall over, and shout if you see anything. Oh, somebody
lost
the slipper. Got a very pretty fossil. And look at this stone. Quite rusty on that side. It's got a lot of this white, possibly quartz that's a bit greened over. We've come in this side of the bridge and we're going to go out that side of the bridge. Can you hear the echo? Ooh, spooky. Phil is in the other arch, in that direction. I can't see much on the floor in here. I've been trying to see. And there goes Phil. We're going through the tunnel the other side now, and Phil is in the other tunnel. Ooh, this one really echoes. Woo! That's interesting. It's just a piece of concrete, but that's been in the river quite a few years. Look how worn that is. Aha! What's this? Ooh! That looks quite technical, doesn't it? Got plastic handles and all these buttons. Ooh. I have no idea what that is. There's no label on it. What do you reckon? Right, what has Phil found? Let's go and have a look. Oh, very nice.
You impressed?
No.
Why?
Well, it's a very interesting piece of metal.
Hang on, let's just put that down there a second. I'll share the mystery of that with you in a moment.
Go on then.
Now, you may be asking yourself, why have I picked that up?
Yes, I am.
Take a look at it now and have a think. I think that was many years ago part of the railings. To straighten that out, see the top end, see the curve there, and the point. Yes. I think that was curved and pointed at the top, and I think that went possibly straight down.
I don't think it was originally that shape.
No, well, but I think it's been probably twisted and bent and mangled over the years, but yeah. I would say that is possibly a piece of ironwork from a previous era
Ooh, a relic.
of this location. Because as I said earlier, the house goes back to 1402. And although there's a road here now, I've every reason to believe, and I will check, that the boundaries of the grounds would have come to the river.
Right.
And that certainly looks like a piece of railings.
It does, doesn't it?
Having said that, of course they've developed it many times over the years. The house is very famous. King Charles I visited in the 1600s. And there was another gentleman who was extremely famous, associated with the Morgan family that were here. In fact, in the middle of the last century, around about the 1940s, a company named one of their brands of rum after him, and that was Captain Henry Morgan, a pirate. So a pirate from a farming family in Cardiff who's descended from this house here.
Ooh, are.
Ooh, are. Now let me show you my brick.
Oh.
Another half a brick mystery. I like these. I found one the other day.
Let's have a look.
Look.
Dar.
Brick.
Is it Dar?
Dar. D-A-R. Brick. That's going to say company. Don't know what that said. R-I-S. Got to be Risker.
Risker, yes.
So it's a Risker brick company, and I'm wondering what was the company's name. D-A-R. But we can look that up. So I find that interesting.
Do you?
Yes. A man with half a brick and a bent bit of metal, and I'm in my element. Have another brick.
Ooh. Oop.
We've had one of these before, but not this style. See how small it is?
Oh yes.
Thin and neat. I'd say this is an older brick. But because we've had one before, that would read S-T-A-R, Star Newport. So there's a few letters missing, see? Star Newport. But I'd say that was an older style.
Yep.
And it's a much smaller. On the other one, it was Star in big letters here and Newport along the bottom, if I remember. And of course, today I'm justified in being excited about bricks, because the big house just across the way, it is a big manor house built of brick. The original one was stone. There's still part of the original manor there in stonework, but the famous facade that now exists at Tredegar House, the homes of the Morgans until 1960s, is made of brick. So who knows? This could be a brick that got left behind when they built the house.
Oh, what's under that stone there? I don't know if you can see. I can see something blue. Now it could be plastic. We often find crisp packets. No, it's not. Oh wow. That's a nice big chunk of greeny colour. Very nice. And here's an example of seeing a colour underwater. And it's not China.
No.
It is a Mullicona. We'll take that home and put it in the bin.
And there we are. Proof that the previous one I found on another occasion had the writing in a different order. There's one with the word Star above it, Newport below it.
Oh, can you see some lines? It's a spring. Now I wonder what that spring is off. Do you think it's a modern one, off something industrial? Is it off the forks of a bike? Or is it from a medieval bed? Did they have springs in medieval beds? I'll have to find this out.
Not that quality, I don't think.
No, it looks rather new to me.
Probably off a bike.
Yes, I think you're probably right.
Looks more like it may come off a bed.
Right, let's come to see it.
How's that? I'll tell you what, that's got a little bit more age, hasn't it?
That's definitely older.
It's not.
Very rusty.
Probably a bed spring.
I think
or
so.
a portion of. So we've got a bit of bounce in it though.
Yes. What have you found?
I think it's a wheel.
That's rather large. Yes, you can see holes where the nuts and bolts would have been. Oh dear, that is a big one.
Yep.
Wonder what that was off. A lorry, a bus, something like that. What do you reckon, Phil?
I reckon I won't be taking it home.
No, it's too heavy and it's got all stones rusted onto it. If I show you there. So it's even heavier because of all the rocks that are attached. Right, Phil's plan is to cross the river. It looks very deep.
There's something here though.
We found something.
Might
so
be worth crossing, look.
let me see if I can get across without filling my wellies with water. It's that close to the top and it's still getting deeper. Right. This is where the grabber comes in very handy. Do you reckon plain or patterned? Plain. Right, I'll leave the camera running because this could be amusing. You never know. Today could be the day we both end up flat on our backs in the water.
Just hang on to the GoPro if you fall there.
I will. We'll both sail out to sea together.
Oh gosh, that's deep.
Oh, it's too deep for Phil's wellies. It's probably too deep for mine. Up, up. He's sinking. He's sinking. Ah! Oh, you've soaked me now as well. Too deep.
I think that was too deep.
I think so too because we're both wet now.
Right, try another way.
I think that's a very good idea. Ooh, what's this? Oh, look, it's big. Oh, now that's a piece, another piece. Ooh! If we can ever find it again of what we found earlier. There it is. Oh, wow. 2 large pieces. I wonder if we can find any more. What do you think that white is over there? I don't know if you can see it. Let's go and have a look. Do you think that's the edge of some more of it? Let's have a look. What it... Oh, yeah, I think it is. Can you see? I'll show you first. Right, I don't know if we can get it out. It seems a little bit jammed. Oh, no. Here it comes. Oh, look. Aha. There's a clue to what it is. It's a lid. I don't think it's terribly old, but at least we know now it was a lid. We have to wash all the creatures off and then take it home with us. Right, Phil's trying to find his way across down there. Right, so we're going to try and... There he is. We're going to try and get down there now. Ooh, hold tight, it could get a bit rockety and bumpy. Oh, do you think that's another piece of that green? I can see a long white stripe. Ah, it's a stick. But it's a very nice stick. If you hear a splash, oh look how deep that is. I can't get through there. My legs are not as long. We need to go further down. The big stones. Right. Those big stones there, and then we should be able to get across according to Phil. Who of course could be tricking us to get our feet wet. What do you reckon? It's very fast flowing there, isn't it? Oop. Right, so far so good, but that is getting deep. Right. I don't think my legs are long enough.
No, it's too deep.
In a completely different place. He was trying to trick us, you know. Alright.
And then that stone.
Right, that one, then that one. Oh, that's a very slippery one. I'll skip that one.
You just step off that one onto this one.
Right.
Onto there.
Very slowly. Ooh.
They're wobbly.
They are.
And then over here.
No, I'm okay there.
Okay.
And there. Right, we're over. Well done, everyone. I can't see any stragglers who've fallen in the water, so congratulations. Oh, that's a nice piece. Look. Oh, yes. Oh, look, it's got a line on that side. That is really pretty. I wonder who bought that originally. Where they lived and what they did with it.
Might have been from the big house.
Might have been. Can you see this? Isn't that pretty? There's something down there. It could be a stone. There are a few white stones. Let's have a look.
Look at these.
Look at that. Isn't that lovely? There's the top. So that's come off something. You can see the way that would have been quite a large item. What have you found? That's interesting. It's a big lump of metal.
Sweden.
Sweden. Ooh.
That's Sweden on
It's got
right side.
Viona. Viona, Sweden. What on earth could that be? Wow, anybody know what that is? Could be anything. It's ridgy along the edge, got sticky out bits, and it was made by something, VAQ possibly, NA Sweden. Quarry tile.
That's what that is.
Now, some of the houses we have from the late 1800s are built with quarry tile floors, and they are very damp. People either take them up and put concrete floors down, or they put a concrete floor down and relay those quarry tiles because they look so nice and traditional. But there's not much to do with it. I don't think you could lay much of a floor with that.
No, it's a very old one though.
It is old, isn't it? Very
so
old.
I'm going to say, you know what I'm going to say?
What are you going to say?
Could be from the old house.
Could be. Now, what have you got?
I have got a bit of plumbing from the old house.
Oh wow, it's a bit of plumbing, definitely. What?
That is lead.
Wow, look at that.
That is lead.
It's huge.
That's a lead pipe.
That's interesting, isn't it? I wonder if that is from the old house. It is very old.
Possibly, or may have been taken out of properties in the 70s when they switched the gas systems over.
Oh yes.
I don't think they'd have taken that out though, because that is if that was a pipe, that's a mains.
That's big.
That's a mains. That's a big chunk.
Oh, some pottery. Is that plain?
Rim.
Or patterned? It's the bottom of a plate. Oh look.
It's a pattern under there, isn't it?
Shall I take it and look at that pattern?
I think that may be willow pattern, is it?
No, I don't think that's willow.
No?
Oh yes, it could be. Yes, I can see.
Just seeing a bit of the stylisation on it, the old willow.
That's a little bit of the roof. Willow pattern plate, and that looks quite old.
Yeah.
Very nice. You can see there's like a floor on the bottom there.
At this moment, you know, people can hear in their heads my Welsh accent saying, could be from the old house, but I'm not going to say it.
Right, okay, you don't say it.
I won't say it.
I've just pulled this bit of marble out of the river. Now, I think this is probably off the slab that people used to keep in the pantry. They'd have a slab of marble. They didn't have refrigerators, so this would keep their food cold rather than it going off or them needing to go to the shop every single day. Got a little garden spade or trowel with no handle. Look at this. Wow. Can you see the pattern on that? Isn't that lovely? That's a massive piece. Is this a bit more of that big gorgeous piece of pottery? Let's have a look. Just spill off. Now it could well be, but I'm not sure. It's lovely though. Look at the size in it. Can you see the ridges on it too? And what about this little bit here? It's plain on that side. Yes, that's off the big piece that we had too. You can see the same pattern.
Well, Caroline may be excited about her pottery and her bits and pieces, and I'm happy to have found a bit of metal, but
oh,
of course, always nice to find a brick.
Little Mill Pontypool.
And better than one brick, two bricks.
Oh, both Little Mill Pontypool.
Yeah,
are
a
they?
matching pair.
Oh, there we go.
We got twins.
I've been rummaging around and I found this. And this, which is more, give it a swirl. And that need a bit more of a clean. More of that pot. More of it. And even more of it. I don't think I've got the whole thing, but it's a nice chunk.
Okay, I'm sorry if the water's a bit loud here. As you can see, there's a bit of a thing going on there as the water rushes through this narrow pass. Caroline spotted something as we were walking by and decided it was worthy of investigation. And of course, if Caroline thinks something's worthy of investigation, she takes a managerial position and I get to climb down and have a look. It's, I would say, a cover off the back of a Land Rover.
We found the Newport Happiness Tree. You can see here it's in full bloom. What a nice discovery. That means we'd be happy all day. First of all, apologies for the noise. We are just in front of a building site.
Yeah, there seems to be some major event going on. They're building a stage and everything.
Yep, and Phil has now got, show them your leg.
I've just fallen in the water again.
He's got a very wet leg and a welly full of water.
Just to prove I don't fall in the water for effect on camera, I just fell in the water off camera. while struggling into the middle of this river just to prove Caroline's theory right, which is that we always come across a ball on every mudlark. There you go.
It's a baldy, broken tennis ball.
But it's a ball.
It is.
And my socks are really soggy now.
We can't get down to it, but I'll try zooming in for you when I get home. There are the wheels of a tram from probably the coal mines, do you think?
Possibly, yeah. I'm just looking at the wheel, the set in between the two wheels, and it's definitely to go on rails, and I would imagine it's probably from the mines, yeah.
Phil spotted something in the river. I'll try getting a little closer, but it's very steep. With my cronky old knees, I don't think I can get down. But Phil's going to have a look and see what it is in the river. It looks like a very big wheel.
It's a large tyre or wheel. From up there, I thought it might have been a cart wheel because it's
right.
So big. But coming down here, it looks like it's rubber. So I'll pull it out and have a look.
Go on then.
And I will try not to get wet feet.
Okay. Now I can hear you all at home saying, fall in the water, fall in the water. Behave yourselves.
No, that's a cart wheel.
Wow, what's that? Is that wood or rubber?
It's rubber, but it's on a solid steel rim.
Now, do you think you can bring that up the banking?
I can try. It's very heavy. It isn't funny, you know.
There, come on, you can do it. Look at that. That is an amazing wheel.
I'm impressed.
Oh yes, let's feel it. Oh yes, it's like rubber, solid rubber.
Yeah, put it down there.
Look at that. Wow. That's
What do you
huge.
say?
If I put my foot on it.
You're looking at
3
least
foot, do you think, diameter?
2 foot 6.
2 foot 6, yeah.
2 foot 6
Oh,
diameter.
that is wonderful.
I'm sure someone out there can probably give us some indication as to what it was.
There doesn't seem to be anywhere where spokes have come
No,
off.
no, that's what I'm
So
thinking.
I'm not quite sure what it is.
Possibly not off a vehicle,
Could be.
possibly off some part of machinery, but non-pneumatic tyre.
If you've
See-
got any idea, let us know in the comments below.
See, there's even a possibility that if there was an inlet, it was wooden.
Yes, and it's rotted away.
If you're going back that far, I don't know. I might be completely wrong, but I'm very, very pleased with that. I'm glad that I went down and found it.
Well done. We're just walking along the side of the M4. You can probably hear the noise. We found this path which doesn't seem to go anywhere, and I can't believe what we just found on the floor. Can you see something there? All rolled up. This is a £20 note.
Hooray!
It's been there for a while. You can feel it's been wet and it's rather grubby. But hey, £20. As I always say, you don't need a fancy metal detector to find treasure. Oh, look at that. This is really like being in a jungle. If it wasn't for the noise of the motorway, it would be quite tranquil.
We are now about 50 yards away from one of the busiest motorways in the UK.
Let's have a listen. If you strain really carefully, you may hear the odd bit of traffic.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
quite deafening.
Yeah, we're in this absolutely amazing place with the river running by, and just there is the M4. We started this trip alongside a much older bridge and the main road into Newport, next to a 1402 15th century house, and here we are now with the M4 trundling past, and let's have a last look in the River Ebwy.
Now this is very disappointing because here is the beach. It's a gorgeous area. Look at all this builder's waste. That's so frustrating. I don't know how we got here. There's some wires there. Big industrial ones from something or other. And there's a bit of a cone, and I have no idea what's in that big long white thing there. It's about 6 foot long. Right, I'm in the water. I can't get any further. It's not that the water is that deep, but the current is quite strong and he's pushing me over, so I'm going back into the shallows. It's great fun mudlarking, but never worth taking any risks. If you feel at all unsure or unsafe, turn back. There's the M4 motorway, and there's Phil finding something in this big pile of grotty rubbish that has washed downstream. Oh! It's
with a leech.
Oh, look at that. I didn't know we had leeches round here. Oh, can you see the leech?
So watch yourself putting your hands in round here. He says having put his hands in round here.
Well, this isn't our biggest find of the day financially, but stuck in the path. A penny. Is that siren ever going to stop? It's getting worse.
Well, we've walked the River Ebu, beach hopping, around the deep bits, travelled from the old bridge down there that has carried traffic in and out of Newport for centuries, right up to the bridge there of the M4 that has been carrying millions of vehicles into Wales for the last 50 years. And we found all sorts, but I've got to be honest, this is my favourite piece. It links with that automobile age, I'm sure, and I can't wait to find out more. But I hope you've enjoyed being with us, and look forward to sharing more videos with you again. So until then, bye for now.